couple of birdhouses this morning. I hope you all having a good day so far. We're spinning this camera around a little bit. And yeah, let's see how that looks. And got my table set up here. We're going to look at this camera and see how well I'm in the frame. Let's go to that. Hit the button. Thank you for your patience. Oh, that's going to work out great. So, we're going to build a couple of birdhouses, okay? And who we got here? Anybody want to say hi? I had two birdhouse ideas that I wanted to do, and one of them was out of PVC pipe. And the reason I wanted to use PVC pipe is because it's not going to rot, it's not going to deteriorate. The construction of it is pretty much done once you buy the couple of pieces that I have here, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. So this is a 4-inch T. You can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. I chose this for a couple reasons, and I'll show you why. I have some plumber's glue. And again, this is for a bird. It doesn't have to deal with water pressure. So you don't have to have any specialized glue, just any kind of PVC glue. And this is going to be my mounting bracket. Like so. And I'll show you all that here in just a second. So, the idea is that the bird can go in and use this cavity down at the bottom to build a nest. And then the back will be blocked and the bottom will be blocked with these blocks. Boom, boom. And then we'll paint it green because I like the color green, and we can hang it from a tree. And yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead, and this stuff is super sticky and messy, and I think it's... I got to get a pair of pliers. It's always... I thought I had everything I needed, but evidently I don't. So this has been used before, and it is stuck shut. And I can't grip it. I'll be right back. Bring my fucking tool bag. My dog Robert can't decide if he wants to be inside or outside based on my actions. This may not open up. There he goes. All right. Now this is a threaded piece, and this is not threaded, but it has enough of the pipe that it'll fit snug and not go anywhere. And especially after I put a little glue on it, it's going to be just fine. And it comes with its own little brush. We're just going to brush that on there. It's going to be messy. I get it. That's fine. I don't care. Because I'm going to paint over it. And it won't matter. So we'll just kind of stick that in there like that. The glue will adhere, and that'll be that part. And then I'm going to do this side here, like so. Get a little more glue for that. Now, I'm building these in the fall time, and this is just my thinking. There's no proven fact behind it, no evidence. But if they sit out all winter and fall, this glue smell is going to be gone. The paint smell is going to be gone by the time spring gets here, and the birds won't care. So that's basically the birdhouse right there. That's it. They can go in, go down to the bottom, build their nest. And then I have this bracket, which was a flat piece of metal. Close that up. That I had bent just a little bit. This is what I go against a tree or a post. And then I can drill a couple of screws through the top like so. And that'll be that. I have my drill here somewhere. There it is. But first, we need to paint it. We're going to paint it first. Hey, Hazel. Thank you for joining me. Now, again, I like the color green, so we're going to spray paint it green. How'd that sound? And I don't want paint all over my hands, so I got some gloves here. Da, 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 da. Hope everybody's having a good morning. It's like in the 60s here. Somebody up the street has been running a chainsaw for the past half hour. Sounds like a chainsaw. I've already given this a good shake. Now, I'm not going to paint the inside because I don't want them to have to deal with any paint. So, yeah, that's that. And we'll just give it a nice coat. Now, you can paint it any color you want, obviously. I chose green because I want it to blend in. You can go with brown, black, whatever. Hell, you can go pink if you want. It doesn't really it doesn't matter. I don't think the birds care. Not all birds use nests. Some birds like shrubs and things like that. So I'm going to set this over here to the side. I'm going to get, this is why I'm wearing gloves. Let's finish painting it here. Now this PVC pipe and stuff cost me about 12 bucks altogether. And this thing will never rot or decay. So you take that in consideration as well. And then we'll just set this off and let it dry. That's your birdhouse. We'll get the bracket on it here in a little bit. So ta-da, that's one birdhouse, easy peasy. Why don't half of your comments ever go through? It depends on what kind of comments you're giving us there, Dustin. I have it where it filters profanity. So, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Don't know what to tell you. Now, the next birdhouse we're going to build is built out of wood. As you can see, the PVC one, super fast and easy. You can make a dozen of those in no time. Hang them all over trees, posts, whatever. But you got to think the birds are going to only want, they're not going to want to be crowded. So you build one place, you go to the other side of the yard, build another. So maybe 2 or 3 is all you really need. So yeah. Now, let's wipe up some of this excess paint so I don't get it on my wood here. And that'll dry up really fast now I get all the excess off of there. And we're going to paint this one green as well, but we're going to stain it green. So you'll see some of the wood grain, but it'll make it weatherproof. And, yeah. Couple ideas for this guy that I've been kind of racking in my brain a little bit of how I wanted to build this. But I think I came to a conclusion on how I envision this birdhouse coming out. So, it's going to be a box-style birdhouse with a little slanted roof. Real basic, real simple, nothing crazy. So, I considered, now, the way that I'm building it, it's not going to have a hole in the front for the bird to come through. It's going to have an opening. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. This is just a lot easier if you're wanting to build something like this. You don't have to have crazy bit to drill a hole in a board once and then never use the bit again. So I'm going to go with 6 inches right here. And then on the other side, I'm going to go 7 inches. Well, no, we'll go 8. We'll go 8. I got plenty of board. That way we got a nice good slant for our roof. So a 2-inch rise over 6 inches. Pretty good. And then we will get our handy dandy speed square. And we'll mark our board here. So that's going to be one side of it. Okay. Now I need 2 of these. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut this. My angle will already be done, and I can measure 6 inches down this way, cut again, and then we'll be in business. And we got our saw here. Nice and loud. Get our tape measure again. I said 8 inches from the peak there. Make another mark. Look at that. Perfect. Those are my 2 sides. Okay. Now, I'm going to do as few cuts as possible. And that's why it's going to be a little bit wider and boxier, because I'm not going to be running to stripping these boards down to build my birdhouse. There's Mel. Hey, Mel. All right. Now I need a board that is let's see here. It's not quite 8 inches tall, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. All right. I need to take in consideration the thickness of this board for the floor or bottom of it, and it's only a 1/2 an inch thick. All right. So I need to get a board that'll be my back here, but it's a 1/2 an inch short of the bottom. And I'll show you why here in a minute. So that'll leave us 7.5, because that's 8, basically, right? And that's going to be our back. Get our speed square. Another line. We get all our pieces laid out, and we can put it all together. Now we're getting somewhere. That's what we got going on so far. Okay. That's going to be the birdhouse in a nutshell. Now I'm going to build the front part, the floor, and then the front part. Okay? So my floor needs to be, let's see how I want to do that. I want it to be a 1/2 an inch shorter this way. And I'll show you again here what I mean in just a moment. Where's my tape measure? That is 5.5 inches. I want a just 5-inch board. So I need a 5-inch board. That's these boards here. We need to get a fresh board. 5 inches. Are you guys taking notes? I'm winging this. There's no blueprint or anything. This is just all top of my head. So that'll go on both sides like that. Okay. And then my back, oh, my back goes here. Here. And we're doing that. Now, the reason I have this gap intended on the front is because my front piece is going to be a little shorter. And that allows the bird to come in. Okay. But I want it on the inside because I'm going to make it to where you can turn it out, scoop out the nest, close it back up so that you can keep it clean each year. You can clean out the old nest, let them build a new one. All right. So I've got 6 inches here, and I'll probably go 4 inches. That gives there'll be a rectangle 2-inch gap right there, which is plenty for a bird to get inside and feel secure on the inside to build their nest for those birds that like birdhouses. And so we need the front and the top, and then we'll be done cutting. Where'd my pencil go? There's my pencil. Birdhouse. Yep, Mel. Building a birdhouse. Let's see here. I like my birds. Bird is the word. So now I need my roof, right? And I'm going to have a little bit of an overhang. So let's see what I got going on here. That is 6 inches because of the angle. And we're going to go 7 inches. All right. And that should be all the cuts that we need. See, the PVC pipe one is so much easier. And all you need is a little glue. There we go. So that's my top. And we'll switch those up. We'll leave the sticker on the inside. This is my back, my bottom, my back, my front, all this stuff going on here. That's what it's going to look like that. Plus the roof, of course. And now that guy will sit right here like so. And that's going to be the birdhouse. Of course, it'll be a lot straighter. We're going to use some wood glue, an nail gun. We're going to piece it all together. And then we can stain it and all that other good stuff. Now, some people say stain it first, stain it after, whatever. Now, let me get my nail gun ready. If you don't have a nail gun, that's fine. You don't have to have a nail gun. You can just use finishing nails and tack them in. Let's see, do I have nails in this thing? Oh, yeah. It's ready to rock and roll. That's my back. Where's my pencil? I got to write on this stuff so I know which one's which. Okay. So we'll get a little bit of wood glue. It doesn't take much. My neighbors are yelling, so I yell back. Oh, me. Get this lined up. Okay. They're yelling. Let me get a different nail. Those nails are a little too long. All right. We'll get a little glue again. You know what, Dustin? That's why I keep you around, buddy. That's why I keep you around. Dustin always thinking outside the box. I got to cut this board. Yep. See, that's why you're supposed to have plans and not wing it. I got to shave a ½ inch off this bottom. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, man. Let's see if I can cut it. I always say Dustin gives me a hard time, but he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. Oh, thank you, Dustin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where did my nail gun go? I had an idea and I didn't think it all the way through. But that's why I have Dustin. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna put a little glue on here. We're gonna put this thing together. Oh man. I'm glad you tuned in, Dustin. I would have had to take this whole thing apart. Or I would have got mad and thrown it away and turned off the live stream. I don't know which way I would have gone. There's that. This is my back. And it's got to be trimmed down as well because I've trimmed down everything else. So everything has to be trimmed down now, a ½ inch, because Dustin in his wisdom saw a flaw and that I did not see. If only I'd used the board differently on the top, I wouldn't have had this problem. The only board that I'm having to compensate for is the top, and that means everything's got to be trimmed down 1/2 inch. I thought I was going to make this simple. That's what I get for thinking. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, me, oh my. That's the joy of tuning in and watching Malcolm do stuff. Engineering degree came in handy. That's good. That's right, you did do engineering. You are super smart. Dustin, are you going to bring yourself down here and help me build my my shed in springtime? Come help me build my shed come spring. I make sure you have all the black and milds that you want, or any other things that you desire. I don't know what your snack preferences are, or if you rather have beers, or I don't know. I don't know what you want. All right. Got my wood glue going. Now, this is not like perfection, okay? I'm not making these perfect joints, doing all this other crazy crap. It's a birdhouse, okay? It's free housing for birds. So, it'll look good on camera, but that's about it. Are you happy now, Dustin? You happy now? And I still didn't cut enough off. I had to cut a whole inch off. Well, bird's going to be upset. I'm not cutting it again. Where's your engineering degree then? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm supposed to cut an inch off, not a 1/2 inch, because there's 2 sides and both sides had a 1/2, and that makes an inch, and that's why I don't build things for a living. For all intents and purposes, though, it'll be a cute little house. That's why I went with the PVC. PVC is a lot easier. There we go. Now, here comes the little tricky part that I was going to do. I have to go get a couple things, a drill bit and a couple of nails. So if you hold on tight, I'll be right back. I know you guys can still hear me. All right, I'm in here looking around, see. I have a couple of nails that I have in mind. There they are. And I need to pilot a hole for them. And which do I want? This one. Okay. So nice out today. Come on, Robert. My one and only complaint with Robert is that he has to be my complete shadow in absolutely everything that I do. I love you, Robert, but you drive me crazy. All right, so we're gonna. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. I'm measuring a 1/2 inch down. Let me get my drill bit. Now, this is a technique that I've used numerous times on different things, so I've kind of got it figured out pretty good. Line my hole up and get my nail to go through here. Oh. Laugh at me, Dustin. Laugh at me. You can leave that garbage. Right. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, Ramesh? So my thing with the 2 nails is now that this will swing out. Clean it out. Push that back down. It stays in place. It's stiff. It's not going anywhere. And it'll be a lot of effort. And I did compensate for this, Dustin. All right? I did compensate here so that when I close that up, I did keep that in mind. But I didn't the other part. That's where you came in. And there's the birdhouse. Again, it's not perfect. It looks like a 6th grader put it together. But it is what it is. That'll open up, clean it out. That'll close back down. And there you go. Now that also leaves me room to go in there with a long bit and put a screw through the back of this into a tree or a post. And I have an extension for a Phillips head bit that will reach all the way. So I do have that covered, Dustin. All right. So there's my birdhouse, my 2nd birdhouse, with wood glue all over me and everything else. No, my profession should not be in woodwork craftsmanship. It is not. I just wing this shit. It looks crappy if you saw it in person. So, yeah, I am not a professional in any way, shape, form, or fashion at all. But the next one, if I build another, which I do have enough supplies to do it. No, do I? Do I not? Yeah, I have enough supplies. I could build another one, and the next one would be better because I will take in consideration the measurements that Dustin pointed out with his um, engineering degree. I should have sent my plans to him for proofing. Could I emailed it to him or took a picture and gave it to him? He could have been like, yeah, you need to do this, this, and this. And then I'd have been like, you know what? You're right. Thanks, Dustin. Now this is outdoor stain. Kind of like paint, but it's supposed to let you see some of the wood grain. I got these foam brushes because I don't like to clean out paint brushes. I'm going to use this, and then I'm just going to throw it away. So, yeah. And it'll work just fine. And I can dab the holes with the foam. It'll get in the little crevices and stuff better than if I was using a regular paintbrush. And now we paint. Now I just got to figure out where I want to put this thing. You know? Hey, Dustin, remember that when we were in Iraq and we had that concrete bunker and we painted all that stuff all over it? And they got mad at us and told us we had to cover it up or wash it off because we made a mural and we didn't get approval for it. The things they worried about over there, you know? All the stupid garbage that they could have focused on, and that's what they focused on. Now, Dustin, you are a smart guy. I do remember you. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of things, but you are a smart guy. You're a smart guy. I'm glad we're still in touch. There's not many people that I deployed with that I'm still in communications with, you know? That PVC one, paint on it should be dry now. And these little foam brushes work pretty good. I remember when I yelled earlier at my neighbors? They talk so loud. They can't just have a conversation in a normal tone. Everything has to be loud. They're not the only ones in this neighborhood. When they're outside, they start yelling. But to them, it's just talking. And so I'll yell something back, and they get quiet. I'll be like, yeah, something stupid like that. And then they're like, what? It's like, because you're being loud, damn it. Take a hint, you know? Take a hint. There you go. So what do you guys think? Stupid autocorrect. Now, again, I didn't want the inside to be painted because I didn't want the birds to have to deal with paint. This is pine. It should be just fine for this application. Wooden birdhouses don't last forever anyway. So I had fun building it. I got a laugh out of it, right? A couple of laughs out of it. Make do with what I got. I try to do that. As far as like tools and supplies, I was at Lowe's contemplating. I was like, I need this. I need that. I need to get that. That would be good. That'll be helpful. We'll do that. And still forgot stuff. I've been told by many people, make a list, make a list. And I don't listen. Put a little extra on top for the rain to run off. There we go. My birdhouse. My funky looking birdhouse. It could have gone so many different ways. The spray paint on this is still sticky. But I will show you the bracket part while I have you here. Stay up for just a minute. Please. Please. Yep. Nope. I'm not going to do it. There you go. All right. Change my bits real quick. Now, I save these little screws. I save all kinds of little screws that I think might come in handy one day. So this will be on the tree. So yeah, I'm going to use these holes here. I could bend this over and try to shape it to the PVC. I can put another screw or two in it if I get it shaped to there. There we go. Now these screws will be in the what we would consider to be the roof of the birdhouse. And of course I will use bigger screws to go into the tree. And then I can paint this bracket green as well, so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. And that's how that'll hang. And that's my PVC birdhouse. couple of screws. It'll lean up against a tree like that. And birds can come in and out as they please. What you think about that, boys and girls? And then maybe a half an hour or something, this will dry up enough to where I can flip it over, paint it a little bit more. But those are my 2 birdhouse ideas that I had. I hope you guys liked it. Clean up my mess, throw away this brush, one-time use. What are you going to do the rest of the day, Malcolm? I have no idea. Now, all you see is what I got right here. But I brought so much garbage out here to build these things, and I still had to go back and get stuff that I forgot. Twice. And so there we go. Little birdhouses. I like this idea better than the traditional hole in the front. It just makes more sense to me, you know? Because I was reading about birds and birdhouses, and some birds that use birdhouses and some that don't. So like bluebirds and some other little nuthatch and a couple others. Anyway, they're looking for a crevice or a place to build their nest. And that's why they like the birdhouses for that reason. But it doesn't necessarily have to have a 1.5-inch hole or a 2-inch hole or whatever to keep other birds from going in the birdhouse. I don't care what bird goes in the birdhouse, to me. If it goes in there and uses it, that'll be cool. I can maybe set a camera up, take some pictures, it'll have babies. Hopefully no squirrels or snakes will eat the eggs next year. And, yeah. Now I can take this one and put it on a post and have it freestanding in the middle of the yard somewhere. And the bluebirds like theirs to birdhouses to be kind of out in the open, maybe out in a field almost like situation. So I don't have an open field, but I have a backyard. My idea is just to go ahead and mount them on the trees. I'll get my ladder, put them up pretty high, and that way, if the eggs do get taken, it'll be because of a squirrel, and I'll have to take revenge on some squirrels. So, anywho, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Coffee with Malcolm. I believe I will be going to the coffee shop tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be nice out. It was like 60, 65 degrees this morning. Nice and cool out. So we're going to do that again tomorrow. And, yeah, I'm just going to relax. Play some video games, watch a little TV. I may even take a nap on the hammock. But, whatever. Hope you liked it. Share. If you like this video, you learned anything, or you just want to share my embarrassment, please feel free to do so. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. And there's a bee.